in the interest of justice. And from what the Supreme Court has said, clearly, they've said that that particular, evidence is not binding, even in the US, how much more Nigeria. So they're actually excluding it from their own judgment.
All right, so the Supreme Court also touched on the issue of Abuja and this 25% that has been quite contentious because of this particular election. And the court saying that it is wrong to be reading the Constitution in isolation. It must be taken in part. Also noting that it's wrong to give any much more influence or importance, rather, to those who end up voting in the FCT, and that we must apply the law to protect quality of votes in all entities and not otherwise. Again, any surprises there?
No, I'm not surprised, because it's a perfect reasoning, because giving a particular entity or a state a particular special preference will amount to injustice. Yes, I know the argument has always been that if FCT is taken as a state, why do they have 3 senators? Why don't they have numbers of representatives? Why don't you have a governor? Or if you cannot have a governor, why can't you have an indigent can being the minister of FCT or being a mayor? Those are different kind of arguments that any interested party can, go to court to address. For the purposes of election, for the purposes of counting of votes, for the purposes of equal rights and justice, I don't think there's anything wrong with the Supreme Court actually stating clearly the position that no particular geographical location should have special preferences as regards quality of voters. That will amount to injustice.
So it was one of the justices who brought up this issue of bringing in a foreign deposition to be used in Nigeria as part of a legal case. I'd like to get your thoughts on that. Of course, that's in reference to some of the issues around the alleged forgery of certificates involving CSU, also around the case that the president had at a time when it involved him paying a fine to the U.S. government. This foreign deposition, bringing it in as a piece of legal evidence here, do you think the court has really successfully laid that to bed in terms of how the court responded?
Well, the truth is, I know right now Nigerians are sentimental and emotional about so many things, but the law is law and the principles of law are very clear. For you to introduce foreign judgments, for you to introduce foreign rulings, there are laid down procedures that have to be met. And in the wisdom of my Lord, they have categorically stated that those principles were not followed. Peradventure, if those principles were followed, who knows, probably the ruling or the judgment of the court would have been different. But the question right now, because for that particular evidence, for you to actually look at it, for you to actually analyze that particular evidence, for you to look at the content of that evidence, you have to, first of all, ensure that that particular piece of evidence flows with the laid down principles and laid down procedure as regards introducing foreign evidence. And that is what the Supreme Court has said, that no, we can't even look at these documents. Why? You have not done the needful as regards producing this particular evidence. If you have, probably, maybe the judgment would have gone a different dimension. But as regards the documents in question, you have not done what is supposed to be done as regards introducing foreign documents.
Okay, Henry, we'd like to ask you to